Let's get a sense of what the lie of the land is right now. How many people do you think that work are currently not because they're struggling with childcare?
Yeah, so I think it's really clear that there are a significant number of individuals who would be in the workforce, except for the fact that they are taking primary care responsibilities for their children. And what we saw at the beginning of this pandemic is women in particular left the workforce most quickly, and they are also the ones who are coming back with the least amount of speed. And so, again, this is not necessarily a women's only issue. On the other hand, we have certainly seen that in the data, and it is very concerning in terms of their ability to come back into the workforce because of their primary care responsibilities.
The challenge is even more enormous this time round. Just speaking from personal experience and listening anecdotally to what people are saying, when schools shut down, when bubbles get burst, when kids are at home yet have to be schooled, that challenge is absolutely enormous. Trying to find somebody to fill that role feels to me to be significantly more difficult than a simple "I've got a childcare problem" issue.
Yeah, that's absolutely the case. And look, what we have believed for many, many years, and leading employers have also believed, is that the employer can play an important role in supporting their working parents. And so as schools shut, as childcare centers become more difficult to find spaces, employers really have a responsibility to step into that. And so through our backup care services, we have the ability to send a caregiver to the home, or a child can be brought to one of our centers and ultimately solve that exact challenge that you're talking about, which is this acute challenge of the individual needing to work and at the same time having a breakdown in their care arrangements.
But how much more difficult is it when it involves remote schooling? Simply looking after a child is one thing. Making sure that they're plugged into the right technology, that the Wi-Fi is working, that they're on schedule for dealing with that teacher or this teacher. Again, I just speak from personal experience. That is hugely challenging and a completely different role that you would normally associate with this.
Yeah, there's no question. There is no question that as there are breakdowns in schools and children are being forced to do their schoolwork remotely, that is a very acute challenge. Again, employers have an opportunity to step in. We have virtual tutoring services that employees of many organizations, including McDonald's, including others, are leaning in so that their employees can stay focused on work, and at the same time, their children can continue to learn in a really productive way.
Is it a struggle to find people right now? Omicron is taking many people out of the workforce, not only parents, but also the people presumably that you would be employing.
Yeah, absolutely. It is a challenging labor environment for everyone, and certainly within the childcare field, that has been a struggle for many years. Attracting individuals into early childhood education has long been a challenge. That said, our best kryptonite to that is making sure that we are an employer of choice. And so, like other leading employers, we're really leaning into not only wages, but also benefits, because we recognize our people also have many of the same struggles that those across the workforce have. And so we are stepping in, we are making sure that we are helping them with their childcare challenges. We're making sure that for those who have school-age children, that we are leaning in and supporting them. And likewise, we're helping them to build a career. Leading employers like us and others are making sure that they are allowing for upskilling and reskilling so individuals can have a wonderful career through education as a basis of that.
Stephen, what are companies that you work with telling you about how long they think these challenges are going to exist for, particularly when it comes to managing the virus? Is this something we're going to be dealing with throughout this year, or is this now a permanent setup that you're planning for?
Yeah, I think that that the clients that we speak with, and we have over 1,300 employer clients across the U.S., they are setting up systems and business continuity that is going into the future. This is not short-term accommodations that they are trying to focus on. They are really looking at this as a longer-term challenge. And whether it be this particular variant that we have today, or whether we are looking out over the longer term, employers are really thinking about how do they create a sustainable work environment for employees, understanding that working parents have particular challenges and they need to make sure over the long term that they are solving those challenges.